Welcome to Excel course by Besant Technologies. In this video, you learn everything from basics to advanced features, including formulas, functions, charts, pivot tables, data analysis, dashboards. Whether you are a student, job seeker, working professionals, or business owner, this course will help you to improve your productivity and make smarter divine decisions. What is an Excel? Microsoft Excel is a powerful spreadsheet software that helps you to organize data, perform calculations, data informations, and create professional reports and dashboards. It is widely used by educational institutions, business, and organizations across the world for data management and decision making. Start your Excel journey with Besant Technologies. Let's get started.
Hello all, very good morning. Welcome to the next module of our Excel series, date and time functions. We can see here the functions that we are going to learn today. So let's just get started. That's the practice data set of ours, where you can see we've got almost 50 records about employees being hired onto each and every project. There's almost 50 projects that you can see here, and how they have been to, and each of them, the employees, their hire date, the hire date onto the project, when did the project start, when is the completion date even targeted, that's what your target completion. But then which is their actual date for the completion. Now, these are your 6 details that we are being provided with. So based on this, let's just see how I can apply my date functions to get some valuable insights. Now, here, if you see your hire date, it's in the date format, you can all see. But then one thing to be remembered while working with Excel is Excel does not understand the way we understand dates. We all understand dates in your DD, MM, YY, like three intervals for the date, your day, month, and your year. But Excel understands dates in serial number formats. Like each and every date has got its own serial number. No two dates will have the same serial number. Now, we can get to know what is the serial number for today or for tomorrow or maybe for yesterday. But the good part is we need not have the knowledge about the same. And good part, one more thing is we need not provide the input to the date functions in the serial number format. We can given the inputs in the normal format, the date format that we all are very well aware of. Excel will convert it to the serial number format and then get going. So if you're wondering what's the serial number for these higher dates, let me insert column here. Now, no big deal. I can just convert this whole set of dates given here. I'll just have selected those values. Come over here to the number formatting. Now it's in the date format. Okay. Now, but if I can see it's not in the proper date format. If it had been the proper date format, it would have actually given me the short date and long date a more proper way. Like a short date, okay, number is coming month number, but with a long date, it would have converted the 01 to a January. But then that's not coming. In fact, the number, if I pick up number, it should give me the serial number for the dates. So this is a indication that the date that we have provided in the format is incorrect. Never mind, I can extract each and every interval as in my year, month and days separately, and then I can reconstruct it to form proper date. So let's just see how we can do it. Okay, that's the first question of ours, which is we are going to extract our year. I'm going to use a function called year, which returns the year of a date and integer in the range 1900 to 4 nines. So, and it says serial number. Don't worry, I can really use the date, but then here it's not in a proper date format. So, what can I do? I should do one small thing, which is date value. I'm going to use a date value here, date value function. Best part about the date value function, let's just see to it. It's going to convert a date in the form of a text. This is actually in the form of a text only. So convert a date in the form of a text to a number that represents the date in the Microsoft Excel date, time, and code. Now, the number is nothing but the serial number that I've just mentioned. So, what I'll do here is I'll just mention the input value given here, and I just see here this is the serial number for that date. If I say OK, one parenthesis was missing. That's okay. It is just my Excel has corrected my formulae and it has come up. So this is the year, but then it has extracted the year component. Now, for our understanding, if I remove that year for some time and I just apply the date value, now this didn't work. Now, when I came here, I selected the date, I came here to pick up the number, to convert it to a number so that it will show me the serial number. This didn't work. So in those cases where this doesn't work, as in the input date is incorrect, it's not in the proper date format, those cases I can use a date value function to convert that date to a serial number. This is how. Okay. Now, if you're wondering what is the serial number for today, okay, even before that, one more question comes. How to insert current date or today's date onto a cell, empty cell, equal to today. See, it returns the current date formatted as a date and it has no arguments, just opening and closing. If I hit enter, it will give me the system date. It shows me 22nd July 2026. And if I open up here, see, this is the serial number. If I select that, it's going to give me 2 zeros, decimals. I can just get rid of that. This is my serial number for today. Not only that, if I see here, short date is all correct and even my long date, wherein the month number is being replaced by a month number. This is a proper date format. Okay. But then my today function is going to return me the current date. What about the current timestamp? Equal to now. Again, this function also is without any arguments. But now function is going to return me both my date and time. Current time is 12:41. So 12:41 noon, you can see here. But then it shows me the combination like my date, current date, as well as my time. So if in case I want to just return the current time only, I can do one small thing. This is hours and minutes. Now here, if the number formatting, it shows me as custom. I can just pick up the time. It will show me the hours, minutes, and seconds. So two main functions that anyone will come across when they learn about date functions is your today and now, which I've just shown you. Okay, so we have also seen date value, which allows us to convert a date in the form of a text to a serial number, which is very much in the Microsoft date and time value. Okay, now onto this only, we did use my year function to extract the year from that particular date. And if I double click, you can see over here, I was able to extract the higher year for each of these higher dates. Now, while doing this, I don't know if you all noticed, I am seeing my time is getting updated on its own. Obviously, every milliseconds, every seconds. Now here it shows me 12:42:39. If I come here to my formula bar, when I see the cursor blinking, I hit enter, I will see 12:43 and 05 seconds. If you open up the function arguments dialog box, you will see something called volatile. Obvious, because with each second passing, the time is changing. It's getting updated, right? So that's what is the case for my now. Even today's date is also volatile. Like this today's date will change in 24 hours, or just like after tonight 12 midnight, it will change to 23 July 2026. So both of these functions are volatile. This is going to change after 1 day. This is going to change every second. Yeah, this is also volatile. And in fact, if we are being asked a question as to mention two functions, date functions, which have got no arguments, I can say today and now. Okay, moving on. We are seeing hiring. We were able to extract the hire date. What about the hire month? Okay, like I'm going to use the month function, which is going to return the month, a number from 1 to 12, as in January to December. But then we have to pass a serial number. We have already seen this is not in a proper date. So again, I'm going to use the date value function, C5 as the input, and I'm going to get the month number. If I want this to really show me up the month name, that's possible, not a issue. We can try that. I'll come off with no, I'll go with the text only. Text, okay, that's the date value. And we are going to use 1, 2, 3, 4 M's so that I get my month name. Yeah, I guess all the parentheses are right. Yeah, that's your January month. So instead of the month number, I could get it in month name also, but then instead of that month function, I have to use a text function. Text function we have just discussed in our previous module, the third module of ours, which was all about text functions. There you can see that I have discussed about text function, but then how to do the from month number to month name, I've shown you. Anyway, I will, okay, 1 minute. Yeah, I'll just specifically come up with the month numbers because I want to reconstruct my date, right? So equal to month, date, value, and my, yeah. I guess by mistake it's a typo error of 2 equal to sign, so that's fine. My Excel is so sweet, it has just corrected it. Thank you. So that's your month number. Let me specifically say this as a name, not now. That sounds good. What about the day part? Same thing, but then instead of a month, I'm going to use the function day. It returns the day of the month, a number from 1 to 31. And date value and my hire date. Yeah. So 15, I've got it. 15 is the day number. So we have been successfully able to extract the day numbers also. Now, since we have extracted the individual components, my year, month, and my day, I can reconstruct my date using the function date. And you are to provide these three arguments, your year, month, and day, in that correct order. Only then you will get a proper date. So here higher year is in G5, then month number is in H5, and my day is in J5. I close. Yeah. See, you can yourself see the difference between the two. That was the higher date which was given to us, and this is a proper date that we have just converted it to. Of course, since we have just started to learning about the functions, we are breaking it up. Like we're kind of following first 3 steps and then the 4th step. I could do it at one shot. Like I could start with date. first argument, I'll just incorporate that year function, second one month, and third one your day. I could put all of them at one go. Okay, but I'll suggest first go with the baby steps. Once you're confident with the basic functions like each of the individual steps, then go ahead for the one shot. Okay, what about this next question that we want to attend is your tenure years. Like you can see here, this person, Sarah Connor, she was hired on 15th of January 2020. So by this time, almost 6 years have crossed by because we are in 2026 July. So almost 6 years. So how are we going to get that? In Excel, we have a function for the same, which is date difference. We won't get any prompt, we won't get any suggestion or nor even my fx as in this function arguments. None of those are going to be there. But still, it's a very pretty simple function arguments are going to be there, which is obviously the difference between the higher date and current date. Okay, I guess I wouldn't use this. No, that's not a proper date. So let me go ahead with this reconstructed one. Yes. And current date, I can incorporate using my today function. And the difference between the higher date and the today's date in years, that's going to be my, yeah. I guess both have to be in this. Yeah. Yeah. I told you exactly 6 years got completed. From January 15th, 2020 to this year's January 2026. We just exactly 6 years have crossed by, complete years. So you can see how many employees have crossed 10 years, maybe one over here I can see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So almost 9 employees have crossed 10 years. Okay, few more to go. Let's just see here, how many have we done? Today, now, done. Date, day, month, year, done. Date difference just now we saw. So 4 more to go. Let's see what are those. We have some questions. Let's attend them. Meanwhile, in that go, we are going to see what are this. Okay, working days. Basically, you have it over here. Your project start date to the actual completion date, right? So how many working days has been there between these two dates? Let's just see that. And we are going to use the function net work days. Returns the number of whole work days between the dates. Now, when we are seeing whole work days, network days by default is just going to consider the work days, as in our culture, we do work from Monday to Friday. So there are 5 working days in a week. And Saturday, Sunday is your weekend holiday. So by default, network days is going to exclude the Saturday, Sunday. So let's just see that how it's doing. My start date is going to be the project date, but then I don't know it's a project proper one or not. So I'll put a date value. And within that, I'm going to mention this. Next comes my end date, which is the completion. Again, date value only I'm going to use. And holidays, as of now, no holidays are mentioned. So I am going to leave that. But then I know it's been an optional argument, as in you may consider holidays, you may not consider holidays. If you are going to consider holidays, you would have to provide that holiday in form of a list. Let me see if I can come with that example. Okay, so between those two dates, just a moment, basically almost your 5 years down the lane, right? You are going to be working for almost No, not sorry, not 5 years down the line. I'm so sorry. It's just 5 months down the lane. You have got almost 119 working days. Okay. So say suppose I can see, let one moment. Okay, it's starting in January. Now say suppose I have January month's holidays are there now. So let's just see one thing. Maybe I can include two holidays over there. One for the Republic Day in on January 26th, and one more festival day, Makar Sankranti comes on 15th of January. Let's just include those 2 days and find out what's really going on. If I include those two holidays, how does it show me the difference? Okay, let's just see that. I've got two dates. I'll enter those dates. Equal to date, my 2025 1 and 15. That's your Makara Sankranti, right? And then is your 26. Okay. Now, 1 second. I'll put this as my festival day. And another was my Republic Day. Okay, but then I don't know which days that these dates are falling on. Like it's a Sunday, Saturday, or any weekday. I don't know. So let me just find out. How the easiest way is two options. Either I use a text function to get in the answer like this, equal to text. That's my date. I'm going to have 4 Ds. It's a Wednesday. Yeah. Just like 4M is for month name, my 4D is for my week, the day name. If I go for 3Ds, I'll get the first three letters of the day name. Okay, one is a Wednesday and this is a Sunday. This Sunday will get excluded by default when the network days are getting calculated, but this will be considered as a holiday. So if I consider that, I should get the answer as 118 rather than 119. Okay, how to do that? Third argument is a holiday. I just need to select the dates. That's my only job to do. We are not supposed to count the dates and put the count over here. That is to be very much remembered. Now, this holidays, it should be provided as a date list. Wherever you are maintaining the holiday list, go there and select the dates. The date range selected, that's your only job. Excel will do the work of calculating how many dates it should really consider as holiday. Yeah, as I told you, it's 118. We got it 119, and now it's getting 118. Okay, for your basic understanding, if you want to get to know something, I can just do a small change on how this network days work. Now, say suppose this is my 10th of January, right? My project start date. Say, for example, my project is ending on 31st of January. Okay. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, instead of playing it here, I'll do a simplest one option, which is, okay, my one date, let's say, suppose it's your January 15, right? That was one. Another is your, let's say, suppose that's the end date. Now I'll just alter a few things here. I don't have to use the date value. It's in a proper date value only. Okay, I'll just change this a bit. Okay, that's my start date. And that's my end date. And now holidays as list I'm going to provide. I just got 12 working days. So let's just see it. We can just do a small verification as to whether we have done it right or wrong. Give me a moment, please. Okay, we are starting from 15th, which is Wednesday, and we are kind of following, or we are going under the assumption that we're working from Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday is a weekend. And network days by default is going to eliminate the Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, as in 13, but one holiday. So 13 minus 1, 12. That's how the network days gets calculated. Okay, so just for simpler understanding, I have just reduced the range, the start date and end date to a small value so that we can just know how that whole thing is getting calculated. Okay, fine then. I will go back to that original one. Maybe with the holidays. Yes, I'll consider with the holidays. A small thing is there, which is I need to freeze this up because the same set of holidays are to be considered, right? So I'll go with the absolute referencing, which we have seen in our first module. So now if I double click, things are going to be all fine. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Say suppose from the higher date, the person is going to be reviewed. Okay. So his higher date, we have seen, we have just corrected it. This is your reconstructed date. That's your higher date. From there, he's going to get reviewed after 6 months. So what is this going to be his review date? If I am to find out, I can use a function called eDate. Now, what does this eDate do? eDate is going to return the serial number of the date, that is the indicated number of months before or after a start date. Now, what does this even mean? I'm just going to provide a start date to the function eDate and also the number of months. If I want to add certain number of months to the date, I can add, or if I want to subtract, I can do the same. But same function eDate I'm going to use, whether I want to add or subtract number of months. Now, to be more specific, that we all need to remember is this months argument. Whatever number you're going to mention here, even if you mention 100, it is going to understand, eDate is going to understand, as an Excel application is going to understand that it is supposed to add 100 months to this start date. Or even to be more, one more level, if I want to go ahead and say, even if I want to add 10 years, I have to use the same eDate function, and in the months argument, I would have to use 120 because 10 years, 10 into 12, 1 year, 12 months. So 10 into 12 is 120. Okay, the second one argument is always months only. So this is my higher date, right? And that's to be numerical. So higher date is this, and 6 months down the lane, you have to, the review date is going to be there. And the other thing that we need to not get scared of, nothing to be scared, because it returns in the serial number. No other thing. I do get the answer in serial number. There are a couple of functions, date functions, which returns the result in the serial number. One is this eDate. Another one, you see the next one over here, which is your end of month. Okay. So no worries. I'm just going to convert this to my short date. Job is done. See, this is high date, 6 months down the lane. If I double click, see. Okay. What about my end of month? Now, say suppose I want to find this date, this review date is given to us, right? I want to find the end of that particular month. End of that month means nothing but the calendar day. of that particular month, the last calendar day of that month. Returns the serial number of the last day of the month before or after a specified number of months. Now, when I'm saying from the date, many of the time you want to find the current date or whichever date we are mentioning, the month number, whichever month number is part of my date, that specific month number, I want to find the month, I want to find the last working day. Okay, that's what I want to know. But it need not be the same. It can be, I can find out the whatever the month number is part of my date. Prior to that, like previous month, next month, last working days are equally good. Okay, but then how to find? Lots of talking doing, but how to find? Okay, any date, as I'm just picking up that E date. And if I want to go for current month, as in here 7 July, 15 July 2020, I want that July month last working day. I'll just mention it as 0. Hit enter. As I told you, it's going to return in a serial number. We are to convert it to a short date or long date. Long date and short date, only difference. Short date has got a month number. Long date has got a month name attached to it. That's the difference. No, otherwise nothing. Okay, so I got this. If I double click, it's going to give me the last working day. It's not the working day, also let me say last calendar day. We need not even worry about whether the last calendar day is actually falling on a weekend or not. We need not worry. But this is how that end of month calculation is all about. This is for the current month, as in whichever month we are currently evaluating, that month last working day or last calendar day to be more specific. If I want 1 month back, that is one previous month, I will substitute that minus, instead of 0, it will be -1. See, June month's 30th. But then if it's going to be the next month, that is for August, if I want to find, instead of -1, it's going to be a positive 1. That's it. That's your end of month calculations. Okay. Yeah, so we have seen these three. What about the work day? Okay, work day, as you can see here, we have seen network days, which was calculating the number of working days between two dates. But then work day, say suppose I have I'm just giving a date, and maybe after 6 months or something, like I give a certain number of days also. So it's just going to add the days. Anyway, I'll show you that one moment. Okay, you have your start date. So to the start date, I'm going to add specified number of work days. So based on that, let me go ahead. So let's say suppose my okay, say we have been told after say the completion date, the actual completion date, we are going to start the new project in exact 10 days. That's what is being even told to us. 10 days. And of course, holiday is also part of it. I do understand. But then here the same case is with my, as in we saw for the network days, if you have a holiday list, just provide it just select the list only, dates only should be provided in a range or as a list, not as you're going to count the number of days and then put it as a value. No, counting part is all up to Excel. It's going to take the headache. We don't have to take it. So from this completion date, I told you 10 working days. Again, it's returning me in my serial number. I'll convert it. Now let's just see it. Let's just see what it is showing me. My completion date was 25th of June 2025, right? Okay. Let me go to the exact date. June, 25th of June. 25th of June is this. 10 days. Okay. Including that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What was my answer over there? Just a moment. Yeah. See, we stopped at 7th of July, and our next day, from the next day, that is after 10 days, we have just come up, right? Our next project is going to start. So from 25th of June, so I told work days, 10 exact work days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 days over. From the 11th day, we're going to start. Okay. That could be one. Again, here, of course, if we have a holiday in between, do we have a holiday? I don't know. Let's see. I don't remember any holidays. Maybe let's just say 30th of my June is a holiday. Okay, say suppose. I'll just change one thing over here. 30th of June is just going to be a holiday. I'll do one small change over here, 10 days, but then my holiday list. So instead of 9th, it's just going to be 10 because that one day was a Wednesday. Sorry, it was a Monday. The Monday is a weekday or a work day, so it's going to be considered. So the next day, it's not now going to be from 9th, we are now, the new project is now going to start, but from the 10th. That's how I can calculate it. But one small thing is over there. Here we are all going under the assumption. Okay, one small thing. I have to fix it up. Yeah. We are going to, under the assumption that our work days are from Monday to Friday and Saturday, Sunday is a weekend. Now, what about if we have customized weekend? Now, in India, fine, but maybe in other countries, they might not follow, or maybe some other cultures where they don't follow the Saturday, Sunday as a weekend. Maybe they have your Friday and Saturday as your weekend. So, what will we do in those cases? In fact, your both your network days and your work day, they have one more variation, which is workday.international. Okay, wherein it gives me a option to include the customized weekend. Same way for my network days also. See here, instead of along with your holidays, you're getting that weekend also. And returns the serial number of the day before or after a specified number of work days with customized weekend parameters. Okay, what is it over here? Say, for example, okay. If I mention one for some reason, see here, one is default, which is Saturday, Sunday. Okay. But instead of Saturday, Sundays, weekends, I can have others. Say, for example, I choose my 12, which is Monday is a weekend. Okay. Monday is weekend. So how it's going to be treated, let's just see that. It's showing me 6. So if I Okay, let me not even go here. Instead of 1, 1, let me go for 2 of them. Let's see. Let's say, suppose I'll consider this 3 over here. Weekend, Monday, Tuesday is the weekend. So basically, we're going to work from Wednesday to Sunday, right? I just note it down. Okay, Monday, Tuesday is my weekend. So how it is really reacting? Let's just see that I'm seeing the values are not changing, but never mind. We'll just see how the calculation goes off. But before that, let me go to the right so that I get enough space. Yeah. Both of them I'm able to see side by side. Okay, so from my 25th of June, I'm supposed to see, right? So, but then my Monday, Tuesday is a weekend now. Okay, good. Only my from Wednesday, it's a work day for me. So these 4 and this 5, okay. But then coming up to your Monday 30th, it's going to be very much excluded as a weekend. So that 30th of my um, June, which I have shown here as a holiday, that won't be considered, okay, because it gets very much here, comes under that weekend, so already gone. Okay, so 5 over here, then from again here 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 2 gone, so 9th. That's how it's coming up. Yeah. But small thing, I'll do one small change. Instead of this 30, if I keep it as 29th, which happens to be a Sunday. Yeah, so we're working from Wednesday, right? So 4, 5, this won't be there because it's gone on a holiday. These 3 are holidays. So after 4, this is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One moment. Did I miss out something? Wait, I guess I'm did the calculation a bit wrong. Okay, this is first 4. This goes off as a holiday for me. These 2 are weekend. Okay. Then 4 more. 4 and 4, 8. That comes to 9. These 2 weekend. So this is your 10. Yeah. So on the 11th day, I'm going to work for my new project. Okay. So instead of the assumption that my Saturday, Sunday is my weekend, I can have some customized weekend also. And workday.international, that is INTL, is specifically for that. Same way, I can have my network days also. Network days.international is also there. .intl. Yeah, see, returns whole number of whole work days between 2 dates with customized weekend parameters. That weekend option is coming, which is if I mention one is your default, which is your Saturday, Sunday is a weekend. You may have your others also. See here. You have your same way, 2, 3, and all options are there. 3 is your Monday, Tuesday. So let's mention 3 for some time and see how the changes are coming up. Maybe it was 118, showing me 117 now. Slight changes are coming up. But then how it's coming, let's just see. What are our dates? Let's see, D5 and F5. Where is it? Okay, I'll do one thing. Let me insert that particular value here so that it's easier for you all to even understand what's going on. That's the one. Okay, I'll just change it, no worries. One second. I'll copy this over here. Okay, with 3 I'm seeing. So let me now go and see my 2025 calendar. Okay, my project start date was your D5, which is 10th of January. Okay, let me reduce that to a single month. Okay, but then yes, 2 holidays in January only, right? So I'll okay. Instead of this F5, I'll put up a date which is 31st of January month is what I've introduced, so that we just get to see that only 1 month and our calculation really becomes easy. Okay. Here also, if you want, I can just change it as of now to my 2025 January and 10. Yeah. Okay. I'll move on to that calendar. Okay. My 10th of, oh, we are in June, I'm mistake. Okay. 10th of January, which is a Friday. Okay. And it's your Monday, Tuesday is your weekend. Okay. So I'll start from here to my 31st, right? Okay. Okay, both are on your Fridays. Good. So I'm going to work, say 1, 2, 1, say 10, 11. There's 1 and 2, 3. These 2 are holidays. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. 16 is the network days. But there are 2 holidays in between. One is this 26, which is Sunday. That is going to be a holiday for me. And my 15th, that's a Wednesday. That's also a work day. Wednesday and my Sunday, both are my work days. So 16 minus 2 is going to be 14. That's how the customized weekend parameter does play its part. So if you are not mentioning anything, 1 is the default, which is as day, which is nothing but my Saturday, Sunday is my weekend. But if you have your customized weekend parameters, anything apart from my Saturday, Sunday, you are going to use this INTL version. Whether it's your network days that you want to calculate or you want to add up certain number of days to a date to get the work days using that workday function, maybe with the default weekend options or maybe with the customized weekend options. Either ways, it's going to work. Just that we are to understand what is the culture that we are following. Are we following the Saturday, Sunday weekend or any other customized weekend? Based on that, we're going to pick up the relevant one. But network days, that logic concept, network days or my work days, that concept is just the same thing, which by default, it will just eliminate the weekends. Okay. So we come to the end of our module. Okay. We have seen the work day also and the variations, the international variations of both the functions. We have seen it. Okay, fine then. Keep practicing. I'll meet you in the next module. Thank you. So, till then, happy learning.